right into it. Cameron applauding Dame Dash, his slash frenemy slash friend slash enemy slash old cool buddy slash mentor, maybe in some ways. It seems as Cameron is applauding Dame Dash for sticking to his, his wits, and once confronted by Jim Jones and his posse and his an entourage, he said he wanted the fair one. He wanted to shoot it out, fist, put up the D beaters, and go get down for his crown. So this is the interesting thing about that whole thing, because Jim Jones is not from Harlem. He's adjacent to Harlem. He's near there. He's close to being from Harlem. But Cameron let him into the Dipset family, Dipset diplomat label. It just went off from there. But as of late, and over the years, actually, it's been 15, 20 years almost, the Dipset had broken up. And then they got back together. And then they broke up again. And so who knows what happens after this. I'm not sure. It's very up in the air. It's a difficult situation because you have bosses. These are bosses. Cameron, Jim Jones, Dame Dash, they're all bosses. All men of integrity and honor. So you have to give them that much credit. And so I think with Cameron applauding Dame Dash, whom he had feuded with, and same thing with Jim Jones. Jim Jones is feuded with Cam. Cam has feuded with Dame Dash. And they say, your friend, the friend of your enemy is your friend. But I think that your enemy is your enemy, no matter who they are. If they once were your friend, then that's something different. That's the reality of it. Oh shoot! Pardon technical difficulties. Having some technical difficulties. Okay. Let me see if I can adjust here. A little bit of technical difficulties. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your understanding. And Mania Refish. Hi, Mania. How are you today? But Dame Dash, Cameron, all of them, Jim Jones, they have a bond. Like, they know each other. They going back to before rap, before all this, for the hip hop genre, before all of that. They were in on each other's jokes. They were in on each other's idiosyncrasies. They knew each other. They were like brothers, you could probably say. But they knew way before then that what they were like. Sean Bean Jean 2521. You look like Neo. Well, I take that as a compliment. That man has a few girlfriends. He's got the lady friends, so I'll take that as a compliment. Yeah. So these are strong men of character. They're of morality. They know how to get that money. All of them, all three of them. Even though their money might have slowed up a little bit, especially for Dame Dash. Very sad to see his film company go for $100. Hi to you, Cameron Beckadoff. Okay. Jay Hayes. I'm not saying that, but you can keep on saying if you want. I'm not going to say it on my platform. Yeah, so they have a rapport. They have a rapport built up no matter what. Like, I think if something happened to one or the other, they would step in and be, very hi, yeah, okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, they would definitely step in and be supportive of the other. Make sure you like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Sub. Subscribe. Like. Comment. Make sure you keep on commenting. And That's the reality behind that. That's the truth behind that, because they'll probably figure it out again. There'll be a Dipset reunion. It was Freekey Zekey. He's one Diplomat affiliates. He never really was an outright rapper or an outright producer or anything like that. He was just in the entourage, from what I understand. I could be wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But as I understand, Freekey Zekey, he didn't have that much of an output, but he was a key figure. He still is a key figure in hip hop. He is a rapper, but he's not like of the echelon of a Jim Jones or even a Cameron. He's the CEO of 730 Dips Records. He's a rapper, record executive, and a businessman himself. He's been to prison. Says he was sentenced to 35 to 42 months in prison on February 5th, 2004 for running an ecstasy ring. His last name is Giles. Not like Cameron Giles. This is with a J. Cameron is Giles. His is Jiles. That's just a coincidence. Yeah, he served 33 months at the Durham Correctional Center in Durham, North Carolina, before being released on November 20th, 2006. Your stories are fun. Thank you. Thank you. What stories are you for? Are you turning to my vocal stories? Is that what you're talking about? You found my vocal stories? Mania? Refish? Mania Refish. I'm just going to say that. I'm just going to say Mania. Or M. Dot. Thank you for saying that about my stories. I appreciate it. If we're talking about the same thing. My vocal stories I have up. But yeah, so Cameron. Dang. I just don't like that line. The enemy of your enemy is your friend. I think the enemy of your enemy is your enemy, no matter what. Or your friend is your friend, for most times. Freekey Zekey had posted an old video of Jim's confrontation with Dash, in which he tries to confront him and various colleagues at his side, but the Rockefeller executive wanted an affair one-on-one. Killer Cam responded to this in the comments section of Zekey's post as caught by No Jumper on Instagram. He left an emoji of a pair of eyes and also had a rare praise for Dame. For those unaware, Cameron and Dame Dash have their own beef. So I don't even like to say beef. I like to say a feud, because beef is like real stuff in the streets, like over weapons or not paying your child support. That's beef. That's what real beef looks like. So that's the difference there. That's what's reality. I think if there is any kind of way of looking at this situation, it's in the hands of all parties. Freekey Zekey had the video, Dame Dash, and Jim Jones had the confrontation, and Cameron is applauding Dame Dash's abilities. He was applauding him. It says that's what Cam practiced when he reacted to Freekey Zekey posting a video of an old confrontation between Dame and Jones. So I mean, it just goes to show you that people are gonna fall out. It's just human nature. You're gonna be cool with people, and then you're not gonna be cool with people. It just happens like that. It's not anything particularly bad about it. It just happens. This is reality. It's just the truth. You're not always going to be friends with everybody, and you're not going to be friends all the time with the same people. You're going to fall out of friendship. You're going to fall back into friendship. I don't know about love. That's a different thing. I don't know about love. In romantic relationships. I don't know yet about falling back into a romantic relationship. I think that's dangerous unless it's like a parent. If it's a parent to your kids and y'all want to get back together, that's something different. That's something different. So I applaud Cameron. I think they can all do this. There's too much money on the table, too much money on the floor. Let's get it. Like that Pink Horsepower has got some money in them. That it is what it is. Broadcast that's got some money in it. Like Cameron knows how to get the money for real. I think he has the most amount of money out of all parties involved. Allegedly, I don't know. I'm counting pockets. I'm counting pockets right now, but I think that's the truth. I think that's the reality. So I think that is the truth. That is the reality. He knows how to get the money. I'm just gonna look at it. Pink Horsepower sales. Let's see. He made $10 million selling Pink Horsepower last year. Said. That's awesome. That's really awesome. To get this money, that's the whole point. You have to do good work. You have to put in great and excellent, labor for you to get that money. But that's what the whole point is. It's like to get that money, to get the dollar sign, make money, create, produce, generate. That's it. Make quality products. Whether it's a painting or a compact sedan or a skyscraper or a school building or a new medicine. All these are beautiful creations that have been precipitated by the factor of semi-capitalistic ideals in our current culture. That's what we have to cling on to. That's what we have to hold on to. Those are the values in which we have to continue to say. Dame Dash. Dame Dash is a boss. No question. The ultimate hustler. He's the ultimate hustler. He has in his mind to have New America app. It's not great, but he had a good movie. I'm trying to think of it now. Hold on. No, I'm gonna look it up right now. Or is it America? Not New America. America New. America New. The Prince of Detroit. I like that movie. It was a pretty good movie. It's a very good movie. It's very well done. On the budget, it had to be done. It's not like super professional, but for what it is, it's a pretty good movie. It's not bad. And it tells a different story. You think, this is talking about more drug dealers, more people in the streets, more people who do. This is about here it is, the real story of a family who owned an HMO, which I always forget what that means. Health. What does HMO stand for? Health Maintenance Organization. and hospital in Detroit, focusing on resilience and rebuilding a legacy after betrayal. It features characters connected to the healthcare industry with themes of triumph and black excellence, starring actors like Columbus Short and Faison Love. It was a good movie. I don't care what anybody says. It was pretty good in my estimation. So, anybody who thinks otherwise, it's on them. You know, it's not my problem. I think that it's has the potential to be even greater. You know, if it's on a better network. I got to say something, Dane. You got to work on that network. New America New. It's not fully there. I watched one. Try to watch one movie. A commercial came out. I was like, okay, commercial. Okay, great. Then after the commercial went away, a whole new movie popped up. I was like, why is this? How did that happen? Like, you just need to work out the kinks a little bit, Dan. He's always like, American New, American New. He was saying that for months. He was like, American New, American New, American New. He just kept saying it in any interview or any kind of way of broadcasting it on any channels or platforms. He just said American New, American New. But salute to Dame Dash. Salute to Dame Dash. He, like I said, he's a boss. He's from Harlem. Just like Cameron is from Harlem. Jim Jones is near Harlem. Hold on. I gotta make sure, 100% sure. Freekey Zekey's from Manhattan. He helped to form it in Harlem, even though he's from Manhattan. So it's the same thing as Harlem, the hometown of Harlem. Okay, so he grew up in Harlem too. So Freekey Zekey's from Harlem. I was going to say that's uptown Manhattan. That's the same thing. But just to put that together, I mean, the sad thing is that loss against the Locks. The Locks, like, threw down the gauntlet. They stomped all over Dipset. I'm sorry. Dipset wasn't. They're like, we won't get this check. We won't get this check. Forget this. You know, we can lose all we want. Y'all can wrap circles around us. You know, Jadakiss, Chic Luch, and Styles P just disseminated them. Decimated them. Excuse me. Decimated them. It was pretty sad, pretty ugly, pretty nasty to look at that. But like I said, you know, Cameron the boss, Dame Dash the boss, Freekey Zekey the boss, Jim Jones the boss. Jim Jones has an interesting story anyway because he wasn't supposed to be a rapper. He didn't even know how to rap yet. Master P. Fall back. Hold on. Master P had a song with Diplomats, but not for Jim Jones, for Cameron. Mace had taught him to rhyme. He knew how to give him the structure of a rap, to put it in, you know, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, bridge, final line, or, you know, ending part. He taught him how to do all that. And he just went with it, and he came out on top. Like, Jim Jones can flow. Jim Jones always going to be remembered, of course, for We Fly High. Know why? We know this. Ballin'! Like, that's always going to be his number one, you know, go-to, you know, remember. But I remember songs like Someone with Miami. I remember, you know, different rap tracks off of Poem, Product of My Environment. I mean, that's the extraordinary part you get from Jim Jones, which is not, you know, far from his actual name. It's not. He didn't take his name from the mass murderer or, you know, cult leader, Jim Jones. His name is actually close to being Jim Jones. It's Joseph Guillermo Jones II. So he just took Jimmy or Jim Jones. And that's Jimmy. That's Jimmy. You gotta respect that. That's Jimmy. Okay? That's Jimmy. He's going on 50. He'll be 50 in July. I mean, that's extraordinary accomplishment to me. That these rappers that I grew up with, now in their 50s and 60s, you know, That's extraordinary. That they're still active. That they're still, if not relevant, a factor in the culture or the. I'm saying the culture at large, the American culture, not just the rap culture, because there is no rap culture. There's only the rap genre. But the American culture of getting money, that's all we're good for. That's mostly all we're good for is getting money. We're the wealthiest nation in the world. We're the most powerful nation in the world. That's it. We get money. We know how to do it. We have we have culture. Oh well, there's a large ball of rubber bands. There's a Legoland. There's 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 different, little quiche, little parts of our American culture that people admire and tourists flock to. Um, and of course, you have the seriousness, being serious. You have the um, is it? Let me make sure. Make sure. This always comes to mind. Yeah, Edward Hopper. Edward Hopper. His works are really great. So he is definitely one of our premier artists. What is this? Oh, Brooklyn's in the house. Is Brooklyn in the house? Happy. Who is this? Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Look, you better find out. Who is this guy? Happy Monday, Skylar. Here's like least I can do. I appreciate it. Thank you for the likes. I'm not getting that many views tonight. I can't tell one way or the other why I get more views. I get some views on some days and some views on other days. I have no idea how to gauge this thing. I've yet to find out the sweet spot. Maybe it's the time. Maybe it's the day. I don't know. But I just like putting in the work. I like coming here, making sure I can put in, whatever work I can do. And I enjoy this. This is part of my passion. Yeah, so we have culture. We do have culture. And American first. And American, we started the blue, Negro spirituals turned into the blues, turned into jazz, turned into rock and roll, turned into disco, turned into hip hop, turned into, along the way soul and gospel and stuff like that. But that's America. It's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence that we have all these innovations in culture and our music and everything like that, like was displayed in the movie Sinners. In that one montage, or not a montage, excuse me, the sequence of showing the past and the present, different actors and musicians from the 40s to the 50s to the 60s, 70s, even the yellow people, their culture that's represented. We'll get into represented in the next half hour. Is this Star but looking like Buck Wild? Oh my god. Ripped E5U. Okay. Salute to you. That was funny. But yeah, it's amazing to see, how, the diplomats, they created a sense of a pathway though. You have to give them credit for that. You have to give them credit. Never mind the versus battle. That was just that was just a terrible display, to be honest. But the history that they created, the myth of Dipset, diplomatic records. That was extraordinary. That was really cool. So for them to do that, that just shows how powerful and strong they really are. That's what I like about, the fact that they're gonna be, at one another's, side. If someone takes an illness or something like that, they'll be like, yeah, man, it's gonna be all right, dude. Just pull through. That's the reality. I don't want to say even a death or anything like that. I'm just gonna say if something happened, just if one of them fell ill, they'll just be like, you don't pull through, dude. Because I think it's not even about the money. I don't think they ever beat about or feuded about money. I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I don't think there was ever a feud about cash or dollars or anything like that. It always remained on the level of respect and whether something like an understanding uh, was not reached. They didn't understand. They didn't have an understanding. So that's the reason why I think it was. And I do applaud Cameron. I applaud Jimmy. I applaud Freekey. I applaud Dame. All them, they're all from relative neighborhoods, very close by, very close by. And they've had. I think Freekey Zekey's the only one that hasn't had a feud with Cameron, because Dame Dash and Jim Jones have had a feud with Cameron, but I don't think Freekey Zekey has had a feud with anyone but Dame Dash. If that's true, I may be wrong. Could be wrong about that. That's your free bingo space, Jurian. I hope you like it. Bokima, Jurian, Bokima, are you high? I am not high. I am not high. I'm high off life. Effing, I'm wasted. That's what I am. Are you willing to spend $1? Are you willing to tell somebody about this channel? That's the real questions you need to be asking. Am I going to tell people 10,000 people about this channel? That's the question you should be asking, Jurian. Not whether I'm high or not. But that was your free bingo space question. I like the idea of people being able to share ideas, thoughts, express themselves. That's an awesome thing to be able to do. I think that's an awesome thing. Not everybody in the world can do that. Go to North Korea and try to rap about rap against the leader over there. See if we don't get 25 years of hard labor or something like that. That's how serious it is. So in America, you can have this. You can have these little spats, these little feuds and stuff like that over whatever the case may have been. So that is the fact based on the findings of various rappers. They fall out. Like Cube and Dre, they fell out. They came back together. They're cool. They're not like buddy. I don't think. But Snoop Dogg, I think, fell off with Dre too. Just examples. It's not uncommon. But hopefully there'll be a day. Maybe not hopefully, but as a rational way of seeing things, there'll be a day where they'll all be making money together, enjoying the fruits of their labor, enjoying the fruits of this rap game, enjoying the fact that all this has been going on, and I just want to say that salute to all four gentlemen, men of power, men of influence, men of wealth, and let's see that they continue to go in the right direction. Okay, let me take a little break real quick. Hold on. All right. NAACP Image Awards. Mocked, criticized, blown out of proportion, all of that. I'm for the NAACP Image Awards. They do not represent DEI. They're not, didn't earn it, what is diversity, equity or equality, and inclusion. It's all about R, representation. Oh my God, they didn't put me in a movie because I'm black. Make your own movie. Like Tyler Perry. He's got his own studio. He's worth $1 billion. He owns 100% of all his rights to his work. I don't even know if I own 100% to the rights of my work. I don't think I do. I think YouTube owns what I'm doing right now. I'm pretty sure of it. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty close to knowing that YouTube owns either a good chunk or all of the money that is generated off of these views. I haven't received a single coin from them to start. So I don't know about that, but that's a totally different story. NAACP Image Awards. They're going to say with the best movie of last year was Sinners. It was the best movie. I don't care. And they criticized the Golden Globes for having the most box office hit or something like that. I mean, I don't have too much of a problem with it. I mean, I'd rather it be like tied towards merit, because if it's like a trash movie like Avatar, the Avatar series, I can't abide by that. Each episode is, I've never seen the second or the third, and I don't really intend to see the second or the third because the first one pissed me off so much. It was a sad, sorry case of Fern Gully. Look that up if you haven't seen that. Fern Gully on steroids. It's weird. No, he's stoned. Peter Cat. Well, that is Cat. I'm not stoned. But yeah. So do your own thing. Act your own way. Write your own way. Direct your own way. Costume your own way. Everything, all representation, not DEI. Forget DEI. DEI. It's awful It's awful. It's not representation. Representation says that I'm going to make sure that certain people of color are going to be in this movie or be part of this show or in this song or whatever the case may be because I wanted there. I'm not going to say, boo-hoo, I didn't get picked for the role, or I'm only in a negligible or insignificant role, and it's not really in the same league as anyone else. The NAACP Image Awards are not trying to be like the Oscars, Grammys, and Emmys. They just are. A lot of people say that they're like the Oscars, Grammys, and Emmys rolled up in one for black people mainly. But it's mainly about championing the idea of creativity and greatness and excellence. That's representation. I'm all for the R. Forget DEI. I'm all about the R, representation. That's what it's about. That's the whole point. That's what we have to latch on to. That's what we have to, instruct our kids to better understand. Wow, Shady Grays. I'm gonna read this exactly how you wrote it. WSG Lil Bro Naked Stream Win. I have no idea what the hell that means. I have no idea what the hell that means, sir. But thanks anyway. But yeah. So I guess just get so tired of that. That's why DEI was such a horrible experiment. DEI is just as dangerous psychologically and mentally and spiritually and culturally as an IED is in the battlefield. It's just as dangerous, just on a different plane, of course. I'm not saying it's like the same thing as a physical bomb, physical improvised device, but improvised explosive device. But it has those ideas. Has those ideas. What's good? NSC type ish. Serene Soul X. Well, thanks, I guess. I don't really know what that means. So, this is a clear indication that we have to guard our minds and guard what we do. Guard our work, not, and I'm saying our, I mean all people. I would love to see a white person win an NAACP Image Award. I mean, isn't that possible? Has a white person in the history of NAACP? I think it's like 68, so 67, 68. I can't remember what it was. I'll look it up. The 57th, excuse me, 57th NAACP Image Awards. So are white people there? And they say for excellence in film, television, theater, music, and literature. So I don't know about the literature. I don't think I've ever seen anybody win a literature prize at the Image Awards. But who really deserved best actor was not Timothée Chalamet. I really like Timothée Chalamet, but come on. Michael B. Jordan played 2 roles. It's not the first time, but he did it for probably the longest extent of film. He probably did it for the longest extent of film. Not like Armie Hammer. He had like what, I don't know, 40 minutes tops out of the whole, maybe even less, probably 20 minutes tops of screen time, and that was with a digitized version of himself. It wasn't even with him. It was like, and it may have been the same thing with Michael B. Jordan too. He may have had it digitized, but I don't think it was. I think he had to actually play both roles, and then they digitized it and showed them together. I think that's how they stitched it all together to make one thing. But yeah. So that's the truth behind that. And to further show the big R representation. I think it's possible that people should take this as a very serious award. The NAACP's biggest award is the Spingarn, I think. Hold on, let me spin. The Spingarn Medal is awarded annually by the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, NAACP, for an outstanding achievement by an African American. The award was created in 1914 by Joel Elias Spingarn, chairman of the board of directors of the NAACP. It was first awarded to biologist Ernest J. Just and has been given most years thereafter. At its annual convention, the NAACP represents the award after deciding from open nominations. So the organization it would be managed by Howard or Fisk universities. The gold medal is valued at $100, and Spingarn left $20,000, equivalent to $452,000 in 2024, and is will for the NAACP to just continue giving it indefinitely. That's extraordinary. That is very extraordinary. And there's just a list of people that you may have heard of. W.B. Du Bois, William Edward Burhart. That's his W.E.B. part. Charles G. Gilpin. George Washington Carver. I don't know if this is a white man. Yes, maybe if he wasn't white, he could definitely pass. He could definitely pass if he wasn't white. He went to reach blacks in rural areas of Georgia. So. But that's different. That's a totally different award. It's not for the literature, theater, music, and film awards. But I would say, Sinners, Best Picture, Best Director, Ryan Coogler, he still might pull out a win at the Oscars. It's not always, it gives you an indication that whoever wins the Golden Globe is definitely going to go on to get the Oscar, but it's not, set in stone. It's not necessarily the case all the time. Like, I was pissed off in 2010, 2011 when The Social Network got beat by The King's Speech. Like, what? These need to get these old dinosaur geezer people out of here, because they're like, oh yeah, cussing a lot, sure, whatever, that's funny, ha ha ha, he's cussing, oh my god. Like, they love to see movies that cuss. They love to see cussing storms, stuff like that. But Social Network is layered, complex, fearless, strong, uplifting, enlightening. There's a lot of aha moments that go on in it. I just thought it was gonna hit it, but they're like, oh, they're just kids. They don't know what they're doing. They're gonna put they acted like the female character that was that dumped Mark Zuckerberg, Jesse Eisenberg's character, the real life Mark Zuckerberg's his character, and said, good luck with your computer thing. That's the kind of sentiment they had with the fate with the Social Network. I'm glad that it won at least a few awards. It won for sound, I think, in editing, or music, I think, or one or the other, and definitely for best adapted screenplay with my favorite screenwriter, Aaron Sorkin. But that's something else. NAACP Image Awards. They are the cornerstone of Black life for Black excellence, if there is such a thing. I don't know if there's such a thing. There may not be. Is there white excellence? Is there yellow excellence? Is there brown, red excellence? You have to let me know, because I'm not sure. You have to let me know, because I'm not feeding into that. I don't. I'm a multiracial, racist race baiter, but I'm not and I'm a hater, but I'm not I'm not, one that would, lean towards, black people, black power, or something like that. I don't consider myself a black man. Only in the eyes of other people am I a black person. When I'm walking down the street, they'll say, oh, that's a white guy. They say, that's a black guy. But I don't have the same mindset. I don't have the same ideals as an entire race of people. It's totally different. It's totally different. So it's very distressing when people look down upon the NAACP Image Awards, or they don't take it like. I remember seeing the faces, and the it's a different kind of way. Like, Halle Berry was crying her eyes out. She was gasping for air. She was like, I can't believe I won. Like, she didn't do that for the NAACP Image Awards. If she has some, I think she has some. She won Best Supporting Actress for Die Another Day in 2003, and Outstanding Actress for Frankie and Alice in 2011. And I think she was happy with it, but it hits different. See, it hits that Oscar hits different, and especially for blacks. Only Halle Berry. Only. She's the only black woman of color who has won the award for Best Actress in a Motion Picture from the Academy of, what is it? Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences. It's the only one. Now Hattie McDaniel has the supporting actress. What's it? Oh my god, I always forget her name. Hold on, let me make sure I get it. Viola Davis. Viola Davis has it, and a few more people have, I think, have won the award. However, it's still a dearth. There's only 5 black men who have won for Best Actor. It's weird. It's a strange thing. So, I am all for the NAACP Image Award. It's all about representation. Forget that you can't DEI it. You can't DEI it. I mean, you can try, but it'll fail every time. It's all about representation. It's all about entrepreneurship. It's all about creating. It's all about having your own. Having the best boy and the grips and the Foley artists and all those credits you see. You know what the hell is that? When are they going to have a credit, role where you can pinpoint what this person's name is, what their accomplishments are, what their background is? Because you just see credits and you just see, okay, what they are and who they are. What they are, who they are, what they are, who they are. And you don't know, Jake from Jim. You don't know Sheila from Sherry. You just know they helped to put this movie together. And that's the time when you usually lead for the exits anyway, and the credits are rolling. But the NAACP Image Awards highlight excellence. That's the thing. It has to highlight excellence. It has to have some kind of merit-based ideal to it. That's the key. That's the reality of it. So I definitely represent for the represent. I represent for representation. I represent for the R. Forget DEI. The hell with DEI. DEI is evil. Cause what the hell does it even mean? Diversity. Okay, we're diverse. We're diverse. We have a percentage of this amount of people. They have a percentage of this amount of people, of this color people and these color people. So that's diversity. Okay. Equity or equality. I hate to use them interchangeably because there's a difference between the two, but equality. Let's just say, pardon the technical difficulties. Still having issues, but it's like equality. What is equality? What are you equal to? What is equality? Is unfair because there's going to be people that are going to be more qualified, and so you say, oh, they're going to be lesser. They're not going to be able to take the top roles. Is that how that happens? Is that supposed to go like that? That's weird to me. That's very strange. An inclusion. Oh, we have to include you. You have to be included because if we don't, it's going to be a big mess. So that is the way of the NAACP Image Awards. I mean, I think it's beautiful. I think it's weird and it's sad that we have to have them, but I'm glad that they are there because of history. Only because of history. And you have to realize NAACP Awards was founded by a few white people. Few white people were involved in the establishment, just like HBCU. HBCUs were founded by white people in a lot of ways. A lot of abolitionists, a lot of wealthy business people, businessmen mainly, that wanted to establish schools for colored people at that time, Negroes, whatever you want to say. And they exhibited that. They exhibited that much power and understanding to fully show their support for people that were oppressed, people that were treated like ish, especially in the South, but also in the North, in the Midwest, in the West, everywhere. Didn't matter where it was. This isn't a lot of places weren't like the Deep South. Oh, the Deep South. Oh my God. No, L.A., Oklahoma. A place in Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Detroit, anywhere where there was any kind of racial tension. That was, the reality. So I really champion the idea of the NAACP Image Awards. That's what is the truth anyway, One moment. I'm back. But yeah, so the NAACP Image Awards definitely are about representation. They're all about representation. Forget DEI. Forget the you didn't earn it. All that nonsense. You did earn it, and it's not just because of your color. Because everybody else wasn't like 99% or 100% of the people that are up for awards are people of color, of Negroes. So what is that about? I mean, I don't think Timothy Chalamet is going to get an NAACP Image Award anytime soon. I don't think Leonardo DiCaprio is going to get an NAACP Image Award anytime soon. They'll be in the same movies, or they'll have the same actors that have won NAACP Image Awards, but that's not the case fully. That's not the case. I just it's representation. It's all about representation. It's all about what you can do to represent for your life and for the people that you care for and care about. And be excellent no matter what color skin you are. I don't care what you are. It's all about like Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. We're going to be celebrating his birthday soon. He said, judge not by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. That is the reality. That is the basis of all human interaction. The content of somebody's character. That doesn't even mean their intelligence, which is important, which is very important, maybe primary, but they're either on the same footing or something like that. But I'd rather take somebody like Dr. Jerome Brooks said, somebody that has morality, has honesty and justice and integrity, over somebody that's really smart but is really devious and underhanded and very immoral. But the NAACP Image Awards are not immoral. They're completely moral. They're just. The statuette is interesting. It seems like an Atlas figure. It seems like a woman If I'm not mistaken, hold on. If I'm not mistaken, it's either. It looks like. Okay, I think I think it is a man. It is a man, and he's balancing the world, and the world. It shows the Western Hemisphere, and it's silver, but I think it has been different colors. It's showing the world. It's like Atlas instead of the Atlas being on his back. It's like he's holding up. He's on his knees, but he's holding the world aloft above his head. So this it's almost like an exercise kind of thing. It's not a bad statuette. I kind of like it. It's interesting to see. It's like I'm not holding the world on my back. I'm not holding the world on my back like Atlas. I'm lifting the world up above me, and I'm showing you that I can carry the world above me. You know, it's like I guess that's what the whole ideal was. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. So, yeah, so representation, the big R, the R word, representation. That's what it's all about. The R word. So there's a lot to deal with NAACP Image Award. Its main goal is to show off excellence. That's the whole point. Here's the first word from Wicca. The NAACP Image Awards is an annual award ceremony presented by the U.S.-based National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, NAACP, to honor outstanding performances in film, television, theater, music, and literature. The over 40 categories of Image Awards are voted on by the NAACP members. Honorary awards similar to the Academy Honorary Award have also been included, such as the President's Award, the Chairman's Award, the Entertainment of the Year, the Activist of the Year, and the Hall of Fame Award. Beyonce is the all-time leading winner with 25 wins as a solo artist. I think she has the most Grammys too. Yeah, you have to give her, her props. You have to give her props. She's not my favorite singer, but she's definitely, you have to give her just due. See, this is weird. They have different. I'm looking at different literature award winners. I'm seeing all the different winners. Family. Oh my gosh, there's so many people. That's the reality. Hey, I'd like to thank everybody that came through, that supported this machine. This is not my finest hour. Views wise, anyway. I actually like this show. But thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate your viewership. And make sure you tell some people about me. I'll have more technical problems in the future, probably some more. So just bear with me. Thank you very much for your time. And I will see you sometime tomorrow. Take care.